Playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30.
I need it. Cat. Okay, it's me and my kinfolk. Cat, that is my MO. 925, my area code. Don't give a what you been. Share they G, put her friend. They want a lot, not a little. I get something. Give me something. What you gonna do for that end zone? I'm in the end zone, rocking that Kenzo. My Kindle. Beneath though, going triple plat. I need a pack and a half. I broke up my man's a stack and a half. I told my mama I'm bringing that bag. I got it. I'm backing. I'm on. I till I can't. Sorry, mama, yeah, I know that. It was me and bro, buck on the plate. Best believe we had 50 cent cake. I let the Audemars hang from my belt, so she know we ain't got no time to waste. And I let Adelmar crunch the numbers. I gotta make sure that my money straight. She wanna make sure that my money real. Kissing another. Back in the day, I ain't had no whip. I just pulled up in the tank. I'ma pull up just to stun. Can't all in your brain. I'm going Batman, I'm going bang. Come with the bang. What you gonna do? 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 Up in a what you gonna do? I'm on a Sony lot, eating a lot of chips, stacking a lot of guaps. If I get it the pop, my mom get a coupe, my mom get a lot of rice. I ain't got to mouth, let that in the past. My foot on the gas, the floor elevator, we face them and brad. You want deposit the memo, cash. Red like yellow, like green, like gold. The events, I take the bank home. I won't keep quiet, I'm in it. Yeah, my best friend called, want me alone. None of my bitches be your home, and I blah. I'm a businessman, so I give her a loan now. 3 pumps in the chain from the Homer. Her Bucky a goner. Her. All in your brain. Her get Bucky a goner. What you gonna do? 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 Open up. Stunt. Open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinic.
We're about 20 miles from the Gulf of Mexico at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa, as we bring you the NFL on EA Sports. Who will represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl? We're about to find out as off we go in the NFC title game. First and 10. And he's going to be dropped behind the line. Terrific push defensively. They came out of the locker room ready to go.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That is caught downfield by Odunze. His first catch of this NFC Championship game, good enough for a first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And the tackle is going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Handoff here, up the middle. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. From his interior spot, that's Derek Brown on the tackle. Here's second and 9. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Scoring first, so critical in a playoff game. They've got it here first and goal. Here's a run. They'll get a yard or two to the 8. Second and goal. Throwing on second down. Williams. To the goal line and in. Cole Kmet. Touchdown, Bears. Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. The kick is good. And the Bears will take the early advantage. They lead 7-0 in this NFC title game. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Throwing right away, it's May. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Timing and trust. critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
The motion man here is McLaurin. May to throw on second down. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now third down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Working out of the gun, it's May. He's going to look for the home run ball. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
So you find yourself on the verge of your drive stalling out. And not only do you pick up the first down, Mike, but you get a huge pass completion in the process. Really nice job keeping this opening drive of the game alive, as they're really trying to start this game on a high note.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Right back to Irving. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Off the play fake, it's May. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. His first catch of this NFC Championship game, good enough for a first down. 1 quarter down, 3 to go on the road to the Super Bowl. It's the Bears off to the early lead. We'll have more from Tampa after this. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. From out of the gun, here's May. That's in the end zone and intercepted. He works free, right side. Inside the 30. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Chicago. What a spectacular take back for the score. You can stay in your own end zone and just take the touchback. Better yet, go the other way and get the touchdown.
And just a great heads-up play there, Mike, not only to secure the ball in the end zone, but then to recognize he had an alley. He's able to outrun the rest of those guys, and now he finds himself taking it all the way back for 6.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On the ground, it's Irving. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. On play action, here's May. Oh, man, open right side. He's got him. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10.
Let's go. 70 Lions.
They'll run with Irving. The speed on display. He's in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa. A try here for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Buccaneers are on the board. It's now 14-7. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A play fake. Now Williams. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. He'll air it out down the middle. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do both, and when you have them, I don't blame the quarterback for looking his way.
A run on 1st and goal. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. They'll run the sneak. And he will drive his way into the end zone. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Bears. Santos for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bears will take a 21-7 lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's May. He'll air one out for Palmer. That is brought in. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Bucs draw closer here. It's 21-14. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Williams. Oh, and that ball's intercepted. Charvarius Ward with the pick.
Williams pass intercepted. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A give. This is Irving. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
On 2nd down, it's May. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Montez Sweat that time fights his way in to record the sack. On 3rd and long, here's May. And that is incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And it's going to be 4th down. The Buccaneers getting their punter out there. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. play action. Here's Williams. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up second down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Throw right side, caught by Odunze. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome. So it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Williams to the air once more. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase in what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball.
That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked up by Zion McCollum.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now, May. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Both of these teams hoping to be the ones to lift the George Halas Trophy. Quarter number 3 of the NFC title game underway. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
At their own 49-yard line.
They'll come up here 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Hey, check that, street. Ready?
Off the play fake, here's May. He's got a man wide open. That one complete. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
On first down, here's Irving. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Motion man, set right. Throwing on second down. May. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
A 4-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd and 13.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. That's Palmer, the man in motion. They'll go play action with May. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Bucky Irving. And now it's 4th down. The Bucs have the field goal unit on the field. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. Good snap, good hold, good kick. And the Buccaneers will cut the lead down to 4.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll begin here on the ground. Whoa! They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Throwing is Williams. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That's a short throw caught by Komet. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll indeed go. It's Williams. That's taken in. And he indeed picks up a Bears first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some.
Love the idea of going for it on fourth down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on fourth down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
They try to throw again. Here's Williams. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This will be returned from the 2. He'll be out of bounds beyond the 20-yard line. This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. On the handoff, it's Irving. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
From the 34 now, it's first and 10.
Here we go, set. Right there.
Off the play fake, it's May. He'll get this to the veteran tight end, Noah Fant.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Go, trap, go, trap. Head the street, go.
Here's Irving. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. One quarter remains in the end. Two first downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's first and 10. They'll run it. It's Irving. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. The motion man here is McLaurin. May to throw on second down. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A pass pulled in by Irving. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field, and this is a great example here why.
The motion man here is McLaurin. Working out of the gun, it's May. And he's got Palmer. It's complete. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Out of the gun, here's May. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up third down.
They need one right now. Third and long. On play action, here's May. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. And the defense has it. One of those exciting moments in a football game. There is a turnover and a fumble, and all of a sudden the guys who were on defense, they're starting to think like offensive players, Greg. They really wanted to take that back the other way.
And I think for that offense, they're fortunate that didn't lead to a touchdown, because for a minute, I thought the defender was going to take it all the way back. But either way, winds up with a pretty nice return, and his offense is in great position.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. And this ball's going to be incomplete. The big tight end, Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point.
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Alec Pierce. Touchdown, Chicago. On is Santos for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Bears will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. May now on 1st and 10. Now pass deep for McLaurin. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game, and they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball, and let's see if they can take advantage of it.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. There's the big tight end, Fant. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
18, Pioneer. Set. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Set, go.
They'll drop to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Here comes 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 19 at the Bears' 29-yard line.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
Set.
The motion man here is McLaurin. To throw on 1st down is May. To the end zone, it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
1st and 10. Now Williams going to keep it himself. Now look out. That ball is free in the end zone. And that's going to be scooped up in the end zone. A fumble recovery for touchdown. Wow, Greg, that's the worst place to make a mistake. You're just trying to give your punt team some room, do anything down there but turn it over. And not only do they turn it over, it turns into a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and you would like to see him just be more secure. 2 hands on the ball. You understand the situation. This backed up on your own side of the field. There's a lot of bodies in there at the line of scrimmage. 2 hands, ball security, protect the ball above all else. In this case, he's loose with it, and that's a critical turnover for the touchdown.
Even with their full complement of timeouts, the call is to try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this one in for the score. The onside kick backfires spectacularly as it's returned for a touchdown. Santos for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bears tack on one more to their lead.
Bears 38, Buccaneers 24. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Here comes a return from the 3. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
That's Palmer, the man in motion.
Go.
Now a throw here. It's backwards. He might be looking to throw this. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
By the Bears. They'll take over 1st and 10. at the 47-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 48-yard line.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Let's go now. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Off play action. Here's Williams. Finds his tight end, Dulcich. And he's out of bounds in great shape, down at the 15-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. It's a gain of 34. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. The Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. So this one, a win for the visiting Bears. As their fans will celebrate, they claim the George Halas Trophy, champions of the NFC. Next stop, the Super Bowl. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night.
Since birth, I've been shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight, here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing holding me back but me standing. So I'ma take off right now from this planet. The new sound has been found in yo. I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in the music. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I'm born in a million.
Sometimes you gotta lose yourself to find yourself again. Welcome back, Marlena.
One for the money and one for the homies. I move with respect, I don't need nothing on me. The Father may wait for me, feel just like Bronny. I got my little belly, my blessings, they on me. They rain, yeah, you see how I'm coming. Come on. It sound like we drumming. I reach on my goals like my nephew be dope. Back on the rims, riding on rims. Came in all black to that, I came back to my to that ripping off Cadillac. Feel like a Cadillac, nothing but class. It's never been average, never been on. Averix on me, I'm tougher than homie Javante. The fight is my mantra, I want it, I will. Get you a wheel, they carry it. We fighting a little, my is all. I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag, I'm done. Back in my duffel, don't fear no opponent. You know I'm gon' hustle like rubber band on it. Counting my blessings, I'm laughing like Jonah. You don't wish me well, I guess you don't know me. Got all these like Malcolm and Sadie. That's word to my mama, tatted on my body. My left arm, they ain't left arm, they still doing harm. Bodies on bodies, cried over Malcolm, I cried over Dolphin. I'm crying for Nipsey, been feeling like Lauren. Carried the cross, got the sun in my eyes. Room for this, I ain't meant to be no bride. I'm married, but I know you still feel obliged. Bounce on these, I learned from tonight. Back in my bag, and it's big as a duffel. With blessings on blessings, I came through this struggle, I'm back.
I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag on guard. I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag on guard.
Yeah, yeah. I came through the rain and I came through the thunder. I push through the pain, I'm laughing at summer. My head was way hotter, I feel like a soda. Escape with my truth, I came back like Nirvana. Throat is all rocky, it's nothing I real. Go back to back, baby, can't no one here see us. Stomach it all tied, look like a Leah. Went back and forth and back, just like a cornerback. Yeah, yeah, you got veins, I respect whole veins. Tell them get low, man. Just flying high, I gave them low, man. Super the color the whip. Culinary on my wrist, cooking you, I ain't forgot what you did. State of it all, eventually falls. Frequency, this is the ship, I'm home.
I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag on guard. I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag on guard. I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag on guard. I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag on guard.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law.